Hey guys, it's Lisa back with another video for you for Lisa Wise Designs. And today I wanted to talk to you about Dutch door cards. Now, a Dutch door, I used to see them a lot in my child's daycare, and I've even seen them pretty recently where I go and take my dog to have her groomed. And so a Dutch door is a half door, right? Where the bottom and the top of the door swings independently from each other. So that's where this card gets the name. And I had been finishing up this project, filming on the fall crate and the inside mini album. And I had a little bit of paper left, a lot of stickers left, so I wanted to try to use those up. And I think this is such a beautiful way to use those. And a lot of it has to do with the papers that you choose, right? So my take on the Dutch door card is to approach it like a small scrapbook layout, so to speak. So let's get started. So this is the one I did with the fall. Oh, and if you're wondering about this project starts Monday, June the 8th on this channel. That's just coming Monday. If you want to follow along with me, you can get the cutting guide or the tutorial only, or you can get the kit to make the whole thing. Everything you need except your tools over on my Etsy account, and that is linked below in the details under this video. So let's get started. I thought it would be great to make another one that's summer themed. So I had a few of these file folders in different colors that I wanted to repurpose. So I think I'm going to use this purple one as my card base, or one like it. I had one cut down here to an A2 size card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5. And then on the 8.5 side, you score it at 4 1/4. So that makes this 4 1/4 by 5.5 side folding card. And I cut away 2.5 inches off the top and left 3 inches here. So I just cut the very top off on the score line to make my card base. So this is where I'm going to start. And I made a mini album last summer with this, so I have just a few bits of papers left, but I had a lot of stickers. So I wanted to try and make this card with this. This was called Best Summer Ever, if you can see that there. This is a cute pack, and it's got some purples and pinks and some really bright summer colors. But it had a lot of really fun stickers. So I think this technique works the best with some pretty big stickers. So let me show you what I have got laid out here. I also had some brads. I didn't use but 1 or 2. Let me give you some dimensions here, and this will also be in the details below. But you need 2 mats that you like at 4 by 5 1/4. So one's going to go on the inside, and then if you want one to go on the outside, kind of like a scrapbook layout, you'll need 2 of those. You could leave the back one off if you really want to. And then we need to mat the front of the card. You may want to mat the back of the flip, maybe not. It's kind of your choice. On this fall one, what I did is I matted the front, but I left this plain, and I just kind of put some stickers in the corner here, and that's where I'll do my, well, it's usually journaling, I was going to say, but that's where I would do the inside of my card to do some writing and the greeting there. So I went ahead and cut a couple of those out. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go here. Let me see. It doesn't sound right. Yeah, I knew that didn't sound right. This is 4 by 2 3/4. It's gonna go here and here. And I think I might use this on the inside because with these lines, that'd be a really cool way to do my greeting. And then I got a little strip here that's 4 by 3/4 of an inch I'm going to use inside. So I kind of like to use some of these decorative brads, so we'll see as we get going. I'm going to go ahead and choose what I want for my inside because I really like this big umbrella that says relax. I went ahead and took it off and I lined it with some foam tape, so I'm going to put that up here. So I wanted to see if I wanted this or this on the front of it. Well, that's got some umbrellas. This has lots of the food here. I really love these food trucks. I think that's probably what I'm going to use on the inside. So I'm going to get me my art glitter glue here. Haven't crafted for a few days. Been very busy at work, and sometimes when I do that, sometimes my glue dries up in the tip on me. So if it ever does that, you can take the tip off and go rinse it in some hot water. And if you need something really industrial, I guess, just put that in some rubbing alcohol and it'll take that gunk out. But it seems to be doing pretty good today. I've tried to keep it clean as I go. And then I'm going to do the front here. And I think I'm going to use this pattern. This was that 2 3/4. Look at those cute bikinis on the front. That's really cute. That would have been another really good one to choose. But I think I'm going to keep this one kind of simple because I'm going to have a couple other patterns here. And before I mat the inside, I may use some brads on this. So I'm going to kind of save that. And I definitely want to use up this paper. I think I've said this before. As crafters, we don't like to be wasteful, but we have to kind of face facts that how often are we going to go back into this stash if we only have just little scraps left? You know, probably not often unless we've got a small project to do. So it's best to use as much up as you can as you go and get your use out of it. So my next step is going to be what I do with this sticker that I want to be my focal point, like I did on this one. So what I did here is I had this big sticker, it's got foam tape on it, and then I matted it to a different pattern paper before I put it on this pattern paper so it would stand out. So that's kind of what I want to do here. I picked this check paper out. I don't know if you can see this. I've already kind of drawn an outline in pencil. What I did is I went ahead and put it on foam tape. I laid it down and drew an outline. So I'm not the best fussy cutter in the world, so this is what I like to do. After I have that outline, I kind of like to come in here and sketch out about 1/8 of an inch away. And that way, if I feel like I have cut it off too close, or if I've got way too much, I can just add some back in. Because, you know, once you cut it, you can't really do that. So this is kind of what I like to do when I want it, I guess when it makes sense to do it. Some things just doesn't make sense to do that. But this one might be pretty easy to eyeball around. Like I say, I'm not the best at fussy cutting. Like there, I would have really cut into that corner had it been scissors. So this helps me. So maybe this might help somebody else. So you can see the original pencil line here and then another outline above it. So now let's do some fussy cutting. And another thing I have really found that is very true in crafting is we are only as good as our tools are, because I have been using some really old Fisker scissors for a while to do fussy cutting, but they've been jagged. And I have been really wondering, is it my skill level? Do I need more practice? Or is it scissors? So I've ordered me a couple of different types of scissors to try out. And then I ran across these in Michael's on sale in the sewing department. And they're from Singer. And they say that they are for fine detail cutting. So they weren't that expensive, so I thought I'd give them a whirl and just kind of see how this works out. But I have ordered some cutter bee scissors. I know a lot of people use cutter bees, and I don't know why, I've never had a pair. So I've ordered that, so I'll be trying those out pretty soon also. So what we want to do now is kind of see how good I did on my fussy cutting. It's still not exactly perfect, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to just erase a few lines that's going to be very apparent. Other than that, I'm not going to. So I hope you all are having a good start to your summer. We had a wonderful Memorial Day. My 5-month-old grandbaby girl dressed up with cute red, white, and blue and a little headband. And she wasn't quite old enough to get in the pool with us, but she did not mind. She had the best time watching a few of us in the pool at a time. And she did so good, even sitting under the shade. And it was pretty warm. Let me tell you, if she had grown some teeth by now, she would have been eating those s'mores with us. There's something about cooking over a little fire. It's just everything's so much better. That's about the only way I like a hot dog, if it's been grilled over charcoal or on fire. And I'm kind of that way about marshmallows too. I don't know about you. So this will really give us a pop of color for it to stand out here. And what I want to do is kind of find a place that makes for a good break in the paper, so to speak. Like this one, it kind of was very apparent it needed to go here. We had these little corners poking out here, so that was a very good break in the paper. So this might be where the umbrella starts, kind of right where that curve is. That might make the most sense of where it needs to go. And I have this for the inside, but I want to just kind of see if this umbrella needs to be grounded on the front, and I think it does. I think I'm going to need another sheet or another little strip like that. So I think that's really going to help. So this is all I have left. All this kind of small pieces left in this collection. And I had some really cute cards left over, but not a whole lot. I know a lot of us get left with these little pieces and wonder what to do with them. So if I can't make a card with it or a gift bag, you know, at that point it's kind of lost on me, right? Like what else there is to do with it. So this needs to be 4 inches. So I'm going to try my best to use up as much as I can of my paper packs as I go from now on, so that I'm not filing away just small pieces. And another thing I have in mind, my granddaughter, I know that she's pretty young right now at 5 months old and not interested in crafts. She's not interested in anything but a bottle. Let me just tell you. But one day she will be. And that's one thing I think I can offer her is crafting. So I think that might be kind of our thing, I hope. So about right here, put this. And then I'm just going to put glue on the bottom part of this sticker that's on that foam tape. And the top part will come up over the top of the card. Cute. Yeah, it needed that little strip there to kind of ground it. For it to open here. Look, it's got the little hot dogs and stuff on that side. So cute. Sometimes I forget to look at that on the back as I'm putting stuff up there. Thank goodness it's going in the right direction. Like this one, I actually thought to look at it to see the trees here. At least they're going in the right direction up and down. So I was thinking it might be cool to use up some of these embellishments here. So let's see, these are decorative brads, and I really like this popsicle one. Let's see what this looks like. I may have to work in groups of 3. You know, that's always pleasing to the eye, or just one right here on the end. It looks like it's kind of anchoring down this paper strip. That might be cute too. So I'm going to get something to make a hole with. One moment, please. If I need to make a small hole, this is my go-to. It's just an old, you can see it's kind of discolored, a cork mat, or one you would used to get at Walmart or Lowe's, where you would put your cups on like a coaster, and then I just keep a couple of push pins in it when I need to use it. And this is, like I said, when I need really small holes. It's just an easy way to do it. I think that's an old scrapbook trick that we used to do. And then they need to be a little bit bigger than that. So for that, if I need a little bit bigger hole, then I will go on up to my pokey tool, because it gets a little wider as it goes up. So I think that's going to do it. But sometimes just getting the hole started is the issue. There we go. Not a lot of contrast with pink on pink, but I just can't help it. I am a pink girl. Now, I can't wear pink very much, but I love any kind of decor or cards or anything really pink. That's why I'm so excited to have this grandbaby to put big bows on her head. That's pink. Isn't that cute? That is really, really cute. Like I say, not a lot of contrast, but I still like it. So for the inside, I'm glad we didn't mat this yet. So I'm going to use this strip of paper, and that will actually be perfect to write our sentiment on, or write a little note and send to someone. So this is just kind of an all occasion, you know, thinking of you, and since we're sitting in the summer, this will make sense having these different elements on here. I think it's so cute. And since this is writing, it almost looks like writing lines, but it was stripes in the paper. Cute, cute, cute. So you could leave this here, or I want to do like I did with the fall one and put a sticker here, another sentiment, so to speak, on the inside. So we'll kind of go through this again. I better put my pen in my glue. The outside says relax, and then I've got one here that says shine on and summer days, best summer. I like the summer days banner looking one. Let's look and see what that looks like. That's cute. I do think it probably needs to be matted also. It does have a little yellow in it, so that will help. This yellow check will help bring that yellow out. As you can see, I always like to do a little distressing on the edge because that's just who I am. I just love that look. So, like I say, when I'm fussy cutting, it's kind of like what I need to do. I need to take off all the excess so I'm not looking at it. And since it's going on the inside of the card, I don't want to pop it up, but I do kind of want to draw a little bit of an outline to help me fussy cut. And like I said, this may be overkill for a lot of folks. Just depends on your skill level and how apt you are with your scissors. But like I say, I really think it has to do with the tools. Since I've had these little scissors since this weekend, I've done a little bit better. It doesn't look, now of course it depends on how much pattern you take away, and that's one thing. But another thing was the choppiness of it. You know, a lot of people say to hold the scissors still and move the paper instead of the other way around. Well, I've never been able to do that either. Like, I can't take that advice. That didn't work for me. But a lot of times when I'm using my other Fisker scissors, I was getting a very choppy look, like a jagged edge around everything. And I really think that's just the type of scissor it was, or pair of scissors that it was. Just don't think it was made to do fine details. So I'm interested to see how cutter bees work. So let me know if you use anything else to do fine detail work, if there's something else that I should try, because I sure am in the market for something to kind of help me look like I know what I'm doing when it comes to fussy cutting. I do have a very expensive pair of scissors, I like to call it, as in my brother's scan and cut, but you know, it can be pretty temperamental. There's some days I can do a pretty good job with it, and some days I think it just goes on strike. I think there's some bugs still to be worked out on that. So I'm going to put this 3/4 of an inch strip here, that's 4 inches. Then I'm just going to glue down this other sticker that says Summer Days, and I think that is cute. I really like this simple card design, but because of the papers that you choose and kind of, you know, how you use them together, I think it makes a pretty good statement here, like you've spent a lot of time. And it looks like a little bitty scrapbook layout, and it uses up a lot of your paper scraps. They don't go to waste. And then once again, here's the fall one. So, oh, you know, let's do that. Let's put some stickers on the front and side. Yeah, I got lots of stickers. So when I did the fall one, I was looking for stickers, especially ones that kind of look like they belong in the corners, kind of have that shape. Sort of like this balloon. This kind of has a shape where it comes out to the side like this. So that's kind of, well, if you drop it, it won't work. It's kind of perfect for a corner piece. And I don't think I'm going to mat it, but I do think I'm going to hit it with the black, and that'll kind of help this stick out on the edge here, like so. Yeah, that looks like it's meant for a corner. And I really am in love with popsicles. I think this would be cute. So this one kind of looks like a bomb pop, which used to be my favorite when the ice cream truck would come by. You know, I've been seeing the ice cream truck again here lately with a lot of people being more at home this summer. I think they're taking advantage of that. And I've heard it a couple of times here recently. And I don't live in a big city at all. I actually live in a very rural area. Cute. And then I can still use these lines to write. So I hope you've enjoyed doing this. And if you make a Dutch door card, how to think of it. If you make a Dutch door card, please go on over to our Facebook page, and that's Lisa Wise Designs also on Facebook, and show us a picture of it. I know you've got lots of paper in your stash and you need to send some cards. So try this technique out and let me know how you liked it. And once again, we're going to start this tutorial on Monday. I'm so very excited about it, and I hope you are too. So you can check me out on my Etsy shop. There's this one. I have a Christmas crate, and I have got a recipe album, and I've got 2 or 3 more in the works that's going to come soon. Thank you guys as always for your support. If you like this video, let Facebook know it and actually hit that like button, and I'll see you next week. Thank you guys.